every day I would come home to her place and there would be a glass of whiskey waiting for me.
Yeah. And you would sometimes drink whiskey in the mornings too, right? During this time period.
Not in the mornings.
You know, I mean,
you can only drink whiskey in the evening.
And that cocaine, those white lines, those are cocaine. That's cocaine, right?
I would assume.
Yeah, and that's your cocaine that you kept in that box that says "property of JD" with the skull and crossbones, isn't it?
Well, the beautiful composition of the photograph would suggest that, certainly.
Yeah, you don't dispute that.
I don't see me in it.
No, but you don't dispute that you carried cocaine in that box that said "property of JD." That was a special box that you carried cocaine in, wasn't it?
The box was a gift from someone. I can't say that I carried cocaine in it, no.
You can't say that you carried cocaine in that box?
No, but it looks like it would fit some cocaine.
You carried cocaine in there, didn't you? No.
I would, in my experience, normally given in plastic bags. When you put it in a box like that, chances are very good you'll leave a trail of a long line of cocaine behind you walking down the street. So,
why don't you go ahead and pull up your UK testimony, please? Let's look at page 202.
202.
You had a special box for cocaine, didn't you?
Going by those things.
No, I just got it in bags like everybody else, you weirdo.
It's page 9 of the document.
Once. I'm having trouble finding 20.
Are you saying page 9 because there's no 202?
That's my fault. It's day 2, so I owe you another transcript. I'm sorry. My apologies.
Oh.
We're moving into another day now. Your Honor, permission to approach?
Okay.
Uncle Andy, let's see. Uncle Andy Stone says to loosely quote Count Dankula when it comes to Rottenborn using all these random texts, context doesn't matter. Context doesn't matter. I can't do a Dankula
and I apologize for that, Mr. Depp. This is page 9 of the document, page 202 of the transcript. This was day 2 of your testimony in the UK.
Yes, I see it. Page 202.
Yep. And on that, on page 202, you were asked a question. We'll have to work out what that was at a later stage. Can you see in the front that there is a little box about 2 inches by 2 inches if we compare it to the size of the credit cards? Answer, yes. Property of JD with skull and crossbones on it. Yes, I do. That, I suggest, this is the question. That, I suggest, is your cocaine box. That is where you would keep your cocaine, a special box that you had. Answer, I do remember the box. Question, do you remember it now? Answer, yes. I did not remember the property of JD. Yes, that is a box. It was carrying cocaine in it. I would say I probably was then. See that? Did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
Now he's a liar. The liar, Johnny Depp. Oh, did the stream glitch out there? That was nice.
And on the morning that this picture was taken, this was during the filming of a documentary about Keith Richards. You remember that?
I'm sorry,
yeah, sure. This picture was taken while you were filming a documentary about Keith Richards, correct?
I'm sorry, the date again on this?
Do you remember that? I believe it was March 2013. You should know better than I do.
That seems about.
And you see there's a Keith Richards CD, it looks like, above that cosmetic case.
Perfectly placed, yes.
Yep. And you had an argument that morning in which you accused Amber of cheating on you. You remember that?
I believe Amber had an argument with me.
And you were using cocaine and drinking whiskey that morning. And as a result of that argument, you were late to the set of that documentary, correct?
In fact, I was not late to the documentary. Well, I was late, but I had called my crew because it was a day of filming performance between, it was Keith Richards, Tom Waits, and some other very talented musicians. The only thing that needed to be done in terms of performance was capture the performance. So I wasn't needed on the set, so I could come in anytime I wanted.
Okay, you just said that you were late though, correct?
Oh, I was
just
yes.
testified to. Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right.
And due to the argument, of course.
Sure. I'd like to shift gears a little bit now. Well, actually, let's not.
I love the cocaine. I love the cocaine.
Michelle, could you please pull up Exhibit
Stupid buck cherry.
152?
James P says, at what point does reading all the text referencing monster become cumulative? I mean, maybe, but all they're proving is that he used monster in his. I mean, who cares?
Mr. Depp, these are various texts that you sent and received to various people in 2012. Do you see that?
Yes, seems to go from July to September.
Right. And we'll take them kind of piece by piece, I guess. I guess the first thing I'd like to do is take a look at the entries 1628. So that's about halfway down the page. It's a text exchange, a text from you to Stephen Duders, your personal assistant at the time, and then a text from him back to you.
Objection.
Isn't 100% of Rottenborn questioning considered prejudicial? Well, yeah, I mean, all evidence against someone is prejudicial. That's the point of it being introduced. The question is whether its probative value outweighs its prejudicial impact. That's the rule of evidence. So if it is better at making a fact more or less likely to be true than it is prejudicial, then it comes in. And that scale tips heavily towards probative value. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to have any evidence against anybody ever. So, but yes, it's all prejudicial. Correct. Correct. Let's see. Sean Perry says, it's like a CNN edited narrative to make Johnny look worse than he is. Yeah, and the question is, does the jury see this? Does the jury see through this? And I think they do. I absolutely think they do. The Kenosha Kid says, well, one thing that I've learned from this trial, Johnny Depp is a terrible actor. He literally just plays himself in everything. His lines are delivered a little more smoothly in film. Lythix says cocaine is the best with whiskey turd on this guy. Cart says Amber's team seem all over the place, like they can't get a timeline correct. They don't want a timeline. That's a misunderstanding. A timeline. A timeline would show what we all know to be true about someone in recovery, someone in a tumultuous relationship. It goes like this, right? It's like a sine wave. You're going to have times of euphoria and elation. You're going to have good times. And you're going to have some shitty days. Some bad times. They don't want a timeline because then they'd have to construct out those good times. And they don't want to focus on that. More viewers than all of CNN Plus. Good. Good. Which cross was worse, Rottenborn versus Depp or Binger versus Rittenhouse? Rottenborn's doing an okay. I mean, he's doing his job on cross. It's not like this isn't bad for them. I just don't think it's that effective. Oh, Simpery's over, guys. The green shirt, she put a jacket on. She was tired of the toxic male gaze. I'm just making that up. I don't think she's watching. I don't think she has any idea. What's going on here, guys? We want to go ahead and move this along? Ask a question there, Rottenborn?
Agree with
That's
that.
fine, Your Honor, thank you.
152 with redactions and evidence.
Oh, okay. There we
Thank
go.
you,
I
Your
guess they were just reading it.
Mr. Depp, we're going to take a look at two text messages here, or three text messages. On August 4th, 2012, you exchanged text messages with Stephen Deuters, one from you to him and one from him to you. Do you see that midway through the page?
Yes.
And Michelle, can you blow those up, please?
All right. Are we going to get some reefer madness today? That'll be great.
In those text messages, you write to Mr. Deuters, your personal assistant, "Yay, where is the little baggie you built in LA?" And he says, "Special baggie, I gave you can in 1480 kitchen. Not sure where it went after that. Thought I heard you say something along the lines of, I know what to do with it, exclamation point." Did I read that right?
You did, sir.
All right. Can you scroll down to the text in the bottom, please? This is a text, Mr. Depp, where you say, "I use marijuana a lot," 3 exclamation points. "I take pot." I read that right, correct?
Devastating.
And this is a text that you sent on September 11th, 2012. To just scroll over to the left, Michelle. This is a text that you sent to Brian Warner. Brian Warner's Marilyn Manson, right?
That's correct, sir.
Let's pull up Exhibit 145, please.
Welcome to the DUI guy. How's it going, man?
What's up, Chad? What's up, Ricada?
Just watching the cross-examination of Johnny Depp here.
Did it just get started?
Started about an hour ago.
Nice.
We should be coming up on the morning break probably in the next 15, 20 minutes.
Right on.
By the way, guys, I just dropped the DUI guy's link in the channel description. Make sure you go check him out. If you want to see a guy who's actually really
Mr.
good
Depp,
at
this is a series of text
cross-examination,
messages,
go
from
check
you
him out.
To and from various people in 2012, right?
Yes, sir.
And Your Honor, the I'd like to ask the witness about are the first two. And then the just those first two.
We have no objection to the omission with proper redactions.
Okay, you redact just those first two.
And then move for the admission of that document as redacted.
Sure, as soon as we get redacted.
All right. James P. says, Rottenborn living up to his last name. His father must be proud. Yeah, this lawyer's name is David Rottenborn, which I think is kind of an unfortunate name.
Very, very unfortunate name. But, you know, he's representing celebrities, so what do we have to say, right?
True. Yeah.
Thanks, Michelle.
That's fine. No objection.
Okay. All right, 145 and evidence as redacted.
Thank you, Your Honor. So this text exchange, Mr. Depp, between you and Marilyn Manson on September 11th, 2012, you text him, "The pill and the plant stuff keep me calm and detached." And he texts you back, I have lots of reefers, many reefers, and cookies, which are weird, but pot is funny, backwards gateway drug. See that?
I do, sir.
Did I read that right?
You did.
Sounded like a Trump text. I got lots of reefers, many reefers, some
You can
cookies
take
too,
that
but
down,
pot is
Michelle,
weird.
please.
A little bit weird.
And if you could
Terrific
please pull up-
reefers. The best reefers. Wonderful, really.
Your accent is on
Exhibit
point, sir.
1089, 1089.
The notorious spouse beating drug of weed. That's good. This is damning. KH says, question, how can anyone be a witness to anything that happened like 10 years ago? I can barely remember what happened
Mr. Depp,
yesterday,
I'd
lol.
like to ask you about this photo. This is a photo of 4 pretty huge bags of marijuana, correct?
Yes, sir, that is a lot of marijuana.
A lot of
Oh, I
marijuana.
thought he was gonna go the Marilyn
And the
Manson
coffee
route.
cup that's right next to that, that's a coffee cup for your company, Infinitum Nile, right?
That's correct.
And the furniture, this is taken in one of your residences?
It's taken in the studio. That
Okay. Your Honor, move for the admission of Exhibit
can't wait to see a
1089,
lot of
defendant's
weed.
Exhibit 1089.
It'd be
And
exciting.
I don't understand what the point of it is. I thought they were trying to link him up to like Marilyn Manson. You are best buds, and he's a scumbag, and so you're just like him, kind of feel. I don't know.
That's a
So
lot of
this-
weed.
This picture of these 4 giant bags of pot, at
Pretty
least
pretty
4,
good amount of weed.
was taken in